Hey everyone, and welcome. We have a special guest with us today who just earned a bachelor's degree in 4 months with 2 kids under 2 years old and working a full-time job. Seriously, so impressive. Kylie, thank you for joining us on the channel to teach
No,
other people how to get college degrees faster. Welcome.
yes, no problem. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm so happy to be on your channel. I'm excited to talk to your subscribers.
Awesome. You guys, I just gotta tell you, like, you're in for a treat. 4-month college degree, and I'm talking a 4-year college degree with 2 kids under 2 while working full-time is it's almost unheard of. Obviously, there we see stories like this on the channel, and it's pretty impressive. If you want a college degree and wanna do it faster, again, you're in for a treat. This video is for you. Let's just dive into it, Kylie. Let me ask you, did you attempt traditional college before accelerating?
Yes. So I attended a community college. It was community college in Baltimore County, and then I was going to transfer into a 4-year degree, which I was going to go to like Towson University. I don't know if you're familiar with that. So that was my original plan. I was a nursing major. I had to take a lot of nursing courses, pre-nursing courses. So anatomy 1, anatomy 2, microbiology, things like that. So I would say when I first went to college, everything was good. It was before COVID. That was 2019. Everything was great. I was knocking my classes out, but I was still sitting in those classes for about 3 months when I knew that I could get the work done pretty quick. Then 2020, COVID hit, so I had no choice but to go online, and I was able to complete, Anatomy 1, Anatomy 2, all at home, but I had to sit in those courses for 3 months even though I knew I could get them done quicker. So, yeah, I definitely had that experience.
So, let me ask you this, and no shame in this because I did this too. You
Yeah,
ended up dropping out. Is that correct?
correct.
So if you're watching this and you're a college dropout, so were we. It's
Yes.
okay. Um, Now you discovered something different, Kylie, and that is if you watch the channel at all, you've probably heard me talk about competency-based education. And it's basically self-paced college. Kylie, you ended up transferring to a new like you dropped out, you started at a new school, you changed your major, lost a bunch of transfer credits. You kind of started from scratch over again.
Mhm.
Let me ask you this, competency-based education, what school did you go to, and how was self-paced education different than what you were used to, the traditional norm?
Yes, so I went to Western Governors University, and that was the college I chose because I wanted to move more quickly. I had already had a whole bunch of credits from community college that I've completed, and I knew so I was just looking around for researching. I was gonna originally go to University of Maryland Global Campus. Sat on the phone with them for an hour. They were still talking about you gotta sit in these courses for about 3 months, or you gotta it was just a whole bunch of different rules and how you could take classes so that you wouldn't move too fast. It was like they were working to not let you move too fast. So I was like, "Okay, no, this is not gonna work." Went on YouTube, found, different videos, and everybody was talking about WGU. I said, "This has to be a scam. You cannot get a degree that fast." That's what I was literally thinking, and when I actually did the research, I was like, "Oh, wow." So I already had a lot of courses from community college. I just needed to knock out my statistics classes, and I knew I wanted to do healthcare administration since I didn't do nursing. I ended up not wanting to do nursing anymore, so I knew I wanted to do healthcare administration. I saw that I can get a good amount of classes done with Sophia Learning, so I got those done, my calculus and all of that stuff, and I ended up transferring that into to WGU, and when I tell you I learned so much, and within that time frame I was there, I learned a lot, and when I tell you from past work being with community college and stuff like that, you sit in those classes for 3 months, you don't even remember what you learned in the beginning from when you first started. So, it was definitely a difference. I got to basically consume all that information, understand it, and I even take some of that stuff that I learned at WGU into my current work that I do now.
That's incredible. I know there are people watching that are probably like, "Well, you said 4-month degree, you had some transfer credits, it sounds like." So I just wanna clarify, Kylie spent about a month working on Sophia, she had a few transfer credits coming from community college. And then she did 3 years of school at WGU in 3 months. Okay. So that's, we see that happen all the time, about 1 year of school per month. But this is not like, oh, we transferred in 3 years of a degree and did 1 year of school in 3 or 4 months. That's not what we're talking about. This is insanely fast. I want to ask you, Kylie, schedule, okay? Because people are thinking, we mentioned you had 2 kids under 2, you were working full time, you walked away saying you learned more than community college. How in the world, like, what was your schedule like? How many hours a week were you putting into studies? Tell us
Yeah.
how in the world you were able to make that happen.
Yeah, so I did work from home. I worked for a large insurance company, so I was fully remote. I was able to have my kids at home with me. So, mind you, during that time, my kids weren't in daycare or anything. They were home with me while I was working. So I worked 40 hours a week. So my schedule was literally 8:30 to 5:15 p.m. We got like a 45-minute lunch or something. So yeah, that was my schedule every Monday through Friday. I was off on weekends. And as soon as I got off for work, I logged into WGU. I would start my papers, start studying, making I would say for the proffered exams, I made a lot of Quizlets. And my Quizlets, honestly, when I was on the Facebook group, they loved them. They were saying my Quizlets were so like detailed and helpful. But what I ended up doing was the questions that were like in the WGU book, I would take those questions and put them in Quizlets so I can work on them on the go when I'm out on the weekends when I'm doing something. I had those questions with me and studying them, and I was able to complete the exams pretty fast because I was so I wasn't I wanted to be done. I wanted to be out of school quickly.
That's when I went through this process myself, it was before those times where digital flashcards were easy to create. I was handwriting flashcards on 3x5 cards, and I would spend like half a day of my week writing flashcards. And I remember the hand cramps and all that. Flashcards are super helpful. Anyone watching, if you understand the lingo, like these, it's a lot easier to pass an exam. I still can't believe you did that. I'm guessing, and I think people watching are probably like, okay, it wasn't easy. It was really hard work. Yes, that's what we're saying. It's hard work, but would you rather suffer for 3 or 4 months or 4 to 6 years, right?
Yeah, I was gonna explain the flashcard situation more. Like, as soon as I got into a class, I literally sat for, like, hours trying to make the Quizlets, 'cause I knew that was the only way to help me understand the information and start practicing it. Like, I have to practice the information, and I knew that if I practice this for the next 3 days, I'm ready to sit for that exam.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'm sure you were relieved. I'm sure you were tired by the end.
Yeah.
I also know for you, and let's share with the audience, I also know that this has been huge for your career. Can you talk about, because some people are like, well, maybe it's not a degree that's worth anything. No, these are regionally accredited degrees, high quality, get you great jobs. Tell us about the career benefits.
Yes. So, while I was working, so I was working at Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. I don't mind sharing because I don't work there anymore. That was my first job that I was just working at. And that's when I completed school. I was at that job when I completed school. I was there for about 3 years working in insurance. Finished my degree, healthcare administration, health insurance. You would think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get a big promotion, something's gonna happen. And I was completely wrong. I was making $19 an hour. And they said, "Well, we can give you 75 cent at so 1975 after I got my degree." I said, "No way." I immediately got on LinkedIn. I started researching, and I found this job in HR. I knew that I wanted to be in HR. I did. I wanted to be a nurse prior, but I knew that I wanted to get my healthcare administration degree to work in a health system and be like talent acquisition or something. So I saw that Johns Hopkins University posted a position for a benefits specialist. So that's the role that I ended up getting because I had a background in insurance. If you work in benefits, you need to know about insurance. You need to know about. They put two and two together. Back then, it wasn't like you had to actually have experience in this role. We want you to have this experience exactly. They were able to put two and two together. She understands insurance and she understands how You just have to one side is employees and one side is members that are, with an insurance company. So, got into benefits, and I literally going from 1975 to $26.41 within that time frame. I graduated February 19th, 2025. I got that new role. I started April 1st, 2025.
That's amazing. And I know since then you have
Yeah.
an even better job. Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I stayed at John Hopkins for a year. I enjoyed everything about working in the university, very prestige. They pay for you to go back to school. It was great, but at the end of the day, I was looking for more money. So I ended up getting a job within the public school system. And with that role, I'm now making closer to 70K a year.
That is fantastic. So it's crazy to me that your original employer, you I got a bachelor's degree, boss. Okay, we'll give you a 75-cent raise.
Yes.
It's mind-boggling, but you realize that you qualify for better jobs, and now you're doing the job hopping thing, which is really smart strategic career move to go company to company for the promotions, can generally increase your earnings by quite a bit by the end of your career. That is fantastic. Now, if you're watching this video, the whole the whole thing we talk about here is self-paced education so that you can self-study and you're not being held back by the school system. And the school system is textbooks, homework assignments, study guides, lesson plans, all the stuff, right? We want you to know that you don't have to use all those things to learn. Learning is really fast. I Kylie, you mentioned before you felt like you learned more with competency-based education than in community college, but you did it way faster. Can you talk more about the education side? Like, do you feel more prepared for your careers? You walk away with more knowledge?
Yeah. I would say, like, for a traditional college, it was just very slow. Like, they would stay on a certain topic for a good amount of time, and then by the time you take the exam doesn't even, say anything about what you guys were talking about. It's like they expected you like, you'll sit through the class and go to this class for the next few weeks, and they expected you to, I guess, go in the book and find what they were thinking, and you're supposed to know on the exam what they were thinking. So, I feel like I wasted a lot of time learning things that weren't even important. Um, so when I went to WGU, a lot of their coursework is more geared to the actual workforce. Like, I learned so many important things that I use in my day to day, like just saying like something like bottlenecks or things like that. That's something that you'll see in your actual day to day. Using Excel, like when I got into HR, that's what we use VLOOKUP. You have a whole WGU course that focuses on different functions within Excel that are important, and pivot tables and things like that. So I use that in my day to day. At my other school, we didn't focus on any of that. It was more so we're going to talk about the history of this and you're not even in a history class. Like, this is how everything originated. So
Yep.
yeah. And then when you take the exam, of course, that's not what they're focused on in the exam. So I felt like I just wasted a lot of time. It was a lot of buffer. It was a lot of, we're just throwing this in here so we can grab your money for the next 3 months. And then that was it. And when I went to WGU, they said, you pay this set amount. I said, I'm going to finish. I'm not paying. Well, I had a Pell Grant. So I went to school at WG for free. So that's another thing. I had basically a full ride to go to WGU.
That's incredible. And for those that are like, well, I can't qualify for a grant, if you graduate in one semester at a school like this, you're talking like 4 grand
Yeah.
for a degree that gets you like a $2,000 a month pay raise. Like
Mhm.
it's a lot easier to stomach because you're not paying 50 to 100K. You're paying such a small amount. The reason I bring that up is that students will come to me or they'll comment below my videos and they'll say, I spent 4 years learning all of this stuff. There's no way you can learn what I learned in 4 months. I spent 4 years. The reason I bring that up is that's simply not true. We have AI, we have tools like Kylie's talking about that help you make flashcards faster. We've got YouTube videos. Gaining knowledge is easier than it's ever been. And we're simply taking these modern methods of gaining knowledge and we're applying them to college degrees. Kylie, I am sure people are asking or thinking right now, there's no way I can do this. Or maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe Kylie's just a super genius. Maybe my life is different than her life. And whatever it is, people telling themselves, I don't think I can do this. What would you say to people thinking those thoughts?
Yes, I would just say that I was not the smartest person. I was the when in high school, I was the bare minimum student. I didn't care about doing extracurriculars and taking AP classes and things like that. When I graduated, I just did my work. I was the bare minimum. Some courses I didn't do well in because the way that teachers taught, I didn't learn that way. So even in community college, I had to sit through a class basically where I knew that while I'm sitting here, I'm not learning nothing. But I knew that I'm going to make the best of it, take these PowerPoints, put them in flashcards, do whatever I have to do so that I can study the way I know how to study and the way I know how to learn. We all have a way that we can learn. We all have a way that is comfortable for us. And I think that a lot of times people just think, oh, well, if I don't understand it from the teacher, or if I'm not understanding it from just reading this book, I'm not smart enough. That's not the case. Who was going to sit there reading 4 pages of nothing but words and say, yes, I really grasp that. So I think a lot of people who are not they don't know how they learn. So once you know and figure out how you actually learn and retain information, you can do anything.
100%. For me, like math, I always struggled with math. By the way, my high school GPA was 2.7, 2.7 high school GPA. I was a bad student. I struggled with math. When I realized I could go to YouTube and find different math teachers and actually find a math teacher that I understood, I was like, all right, I'm learning all my math through that particular teacher. And that made a
Yep.
huge difference for me. You're totally right. How you learn with self-study, you have control over how you learn. You can learn your way. Such a good point. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to earn a college degree faster, I'm going to leave a video in the description where I walk through a three-step process to get degrees really, really quickly. And if you want my help doing it, I'll leave some information in the description as well. But Kylie, I just got to say, congratulations and thank you so much for sharing your story with all of us.
No problem. I really enjoyed it, and I just hope that people like me, I'm just a regular person. I'm 25. I'm a regular girl. I just wanted to advance my career. And if that's something that you're looking for, you have kids, you want better for your kids. None of my parents had a degree. I wanted to do better, and I went for it. So if you're that person, you got it.
So inspiring. If we can do it, you guys can do this. It's it's a normal people way to go and get college degrees and do it really quickly. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Use those links down below in the description if you want to learn more. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you in the next video.